Okay, so no introductions or outros today for this video, but if any of you guys truly care about my stuff, you truly have rats behind and about my stuff, like, share, comment, share the video, hit the bell notification if you truly care about bunny rounds of a whole. Subscribe. My fellow awesome, amazing, old school, wonderful subscribers, and of course, as always, my main viewers, my main fans, my main audience people. Been there, stuck with me since day one. Absolutely appreciate the hell out of you. Just in case YouTube algorithm unsubscribe to you to my channel, please resubscribe again. I beg the hell out of you. If you do, that'd be the greatest thing in the world. And of course, as always, if any of you guys any of my brand new people out here happen to stumble upon any of my videos on my channels, please subscribe. If you want to come on this journey with me and adventure with me, please subscribe to the channel. I beg the hell out of you. If you do, that'd be great. That'd be the coolest thing in the universe. Not trying to twist your guys' arm and force you to do it, but it'd be nice if you could. Honestly, it'd be the greatest thing in the universe if you could. I would absolutely love the hell out of you forever. From the bottom of my soul, this pillar's heart, thank you very much. If you do subscribe or just want to hear me from the background, that's cool too. But it's just a one and done thing for you guys. It's the first and last time you ever see my channels. Hey, ever see my video? It's nice to just have you sticking around just for this small little moment. Anyways, Bat Fam. Official trailer from Amazon Prime Video, so there's that. That's all you really got to know about this. I'm probably gonna get a copyright claim. I hope I don't, because even though granted this originally from DC Comics and DC's the one that owns it, DC is owned by Warner Brothers, so I shouldn't be in trouble with this reaction review. But if not, I get a copyright claim. That's bullshit, but whatever. They're $1 trillion corporations. I can't do nothing about them. Just a regular normal dude that likes old school shit like this. So I wanted to do this video like 2 weeks ago. I just haven't allowed that much time to do with it, unfortunately, especially all the shit that's been going on, like crazy hell this world has been going through, mainly in this country, and then a lot of the shit that's going on over there in Australia, New Zealand, the United Kingdom. I am telling you right the fuck now, I'm not gonna get into politics or crazy conspiracy theory stuff or religion or science, I know it, but I might get a tiny bit in it, not too much, but just skip to the duration point when I start reacting to the Bat Fam official Amazon Prime trailer video. Oh, dude, and I also got like extra current event news article news, a little bit of drama news and all that too. Maybe a tiny bit of YouTuber drama news, but it's actually good news. Kind of cringy, but kind of good at the same time. It actually came on thing in August, September, but I didn't even hear about it till the other day from two other, ironically enough, indie virtual VTuber news chicks channels. And they mainly do a lot of reaction and video gameplay news on their Twitch channels most of the time. Surprise, surprise, nothing new there. It's been seen us since late 2019, early 2020. I didn't really get into watching virtual VTuber girls that much until like 2022 in April, May of that year. Because that's when a lot of them started speaking English. Most of them either spoke either Japanese, Korean, Indonesian, or Chinese, or any of that. I don't know a lick of any of that fucking language at all. I don't know English and no Spanish. That's all the fuck I know. Anyways, maybe one day if I'm blessed enough to learn the fluent language of Japanese, that'd be cool as fuck, but I doubt it. We'll see. Unless I use the old school shit like Rosetta Stone. But anyways, getting to my main topic again. I'm telling you, man, this world is going real extra bad with censorship going around the world and all that. Like, it's heartbreaking as fuck to see what's going on in Australia, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, man. It really is. It's only a matter of time before that shit starts coming here to the United States pretty soon. I mean, besides the whole race wars and all that shit and the whole ICE and all that stuff, I'm not going to get into none of that. It's depressing and saddening. My channel isn't a freaking politicized religious news channel anyways. I don't talk about any of the fucking politicized propaganda garbage. Most of it's fake anyways. I mean, physically it might be real, but it's really fucking bad out here, man. It's extremely bad as fuck, man. Not in a good way either. Oh my god. Woo. The censorship they're gonna try to do, especially all this other shit. You know, I heard it way back in 2011, 2012, the first like 4 or 5 years. I was wide awake to a lot of alternative media conspiracy theory shit. Because I thought a lot of that was crazy facts back then days more than theories. But man, dude, I used to hear stuff about the digital ID scans and You know, the whole "you'll be nothing, you'll be happy" and this shit, and a few other theories I used to listen like crazy back in the day. How a lot of these corporations, like the old school traditional ones, I started from mom and pop shop to like billion-dollar, trillion-dollar companies around the world. Any of the old ass big box stores in the United States, I'm talking about, like either Walmart or Target. What's the other ones out there? Maybe even others, bigger ones. I mainly just strictly sell food, like Trader Joe's or Whole Foods and all that shit. Oh, fucking Lord, man. A lot of that shit in 2030 and beyond, man. There's going to be a time and day I'm not going to be able to get none of that ever again. Because all that physical credit card, debit card, and other sorts of different cards and physical money, paper, that's not even worth shit in a few more years. Maybe even scarier a few more months. I'm just going to have to plan what I had to do for many, many years. And you've heard on this channel for many months, many years, that I'll probably either be living off the grid in a big giant forest somewhere. It's not Oregon or Montana. It might be either Colorado or Montana somewhere. If it's not Oregon or Washington. As long as too many forest fires don't happen, God forbid, or wildfires don't happen. But anyways, yeah. Not trying to get in depressive sadness mode to you guys, or try to be like as Gen Z likes to call it, or Gen Alpha likes to call it, or Gen Z, whichever one that does it. I'm trying to freaking, what's it called? Something bomb you guys. I forgot what it was called. Trauma dump on you guys? I'm just saying. Yeah. Super extra saddening depression, hardness. Extremely sad, extremely fucking fearful times we fucking live in this fucking earth, man. Timeline is not looking good for everyone. And yeah, without further ado, enough yapping, enough stalling, stammering, all the other BS aside, no side thoughts, no more side views and all that shit. Just jump into it. Each one's go. Hopefully I get to enjoy this one, because the other one, the Primate one, was fucking mierda. Puta fucking garbage, maricon, motherfucking trash. It was vomit inducing shit. I'm pissed I didn't waste 9-10 minutes on a damn reaction video. So this one better be big time freaking redeemer. Better make up for it big time. Alright, let's go. Jump in. Hopefully it's not super comedic or slapstick comedy. It's super serious. There's a lot of action adventure. And if it is gonna be comedy, hopefully it's not cringe. Alright, let's go.
Of Gotham City. He's Batman.
What the heck? He's got like a crimson chin. Big ass butt chunk. That's tricky.
Dad?
I swear cleaning up Gotham was easier. This game night is going to be a great way to welcome all the new members of the family.
This art style looks like that one thing in Cartoon Network in the mid-late 2000s, Canadian cartoon. The one that they was making fun of Survivor all the time, the Big Brother.
Hey, this pig kind of looks like Alfred.
That was a real Batman, dude. Gargoyle Batman.
Careful, Alicia. We've got a tight schedule today.
Bruce, sometimes not planning fun is fun.
And other
Black
times it
British
unleashes deadly paradimensional dangers.
Nah, man. What the fuck?
Alfred, we need you in here.
I never did that in the original Batman.
Batman, this is the second robbery you've thwarted in as many weeks. Crime is back in Gotham.
Oh
What
my
are you
god.
after?
Oh no,
Was
we're
this supposed to be a
busted.
female version of Mr.
Justice will be
Freeze?
served.
Killer Croc, Clayface,
fucking
Mad
kidding me,
Hatter,
that's what it
and
is.
Livewire. It's just got serious.
Family style.
I'd hug you, but
We should stop the invasion first. Green shit.
Destroy mode activate.
You.
Is it like a Five Nights at Freddy's reference, though?
You mess
Fortnite
with all
reference?
of
I don't
us.
know. And Clayface doesn't want that box.
Batman entrance.
And Killer Croc either.
Really, Claire? It's not that bad. Not that bad. We leveled
No,
a
it's supposed to be
building.
like Batgirl's future daughter or something like
Believe
that.
it or not, I've done way worse.
Bat fam.
I've been meaning
DC
to talk to you
comics.
guys about the whole bat in front of everything.
bat flip, bat hug.
Leave that to me.
It's kind of played out.
That's your bad opinion.
Internet fucking troll joke? I don't know. That's it. I can finally get to my stuff. Hold on. Alright, so, overall thoughts, views, opinions, vibes, feelings, hot takes, harsh, broad opinions. There's probably going to be a couple of them, unfortunately. And of course, as always, viewpoints, vibes, what's it called, worldviews, bullet points, speculations on the topic at hand here. My thoughts on it, my feelings, my vibes, my thoughts on my mind at the top of the dome here. I'm going to say this. Oh, man. I don't know. It did say the official DC logo. It didn't say Warner Brothers, but it said the official DC like logo symbol that was on there. So DC Comics actually had some sort of role to play in this freaking Batman spinoff or sequel or prequel. It was probably parallel universe, sort of alternative universe cartoon animation that they did here. So they had a little bit of a hand of making this animation by itself. I don't know if it was probably a lot of Gen Zers and Gen Alpha kids that probably ended up having a lot more say in this shit than either people that were Gen Xers or the old school baby boomers. That are very few of them are still around left, unfortunately. Because eventually Gen Xers will be the baby boomers, and it'll be my generation of millennials that actually grew up with a shit ton of Batman lore and Superman lore, all those DC Marvel comic shit. Before all the stuff started getting politicized and wokey and stupid, preachy, jokey, and religiously and far left, far right, Democrat, Republican shit, yada yada, all that fucking crap. Before they started adding politics into fucking everything in the late 2010s, early 2020s. I don't know, man. First thing I kind of noticed how this may end up, unfortunately. And I'll say this first. The voice acting wasn't the best thing in the world. It wasn't the worst voice acting ever. It reminds me of that animation that they used to do, Fairly Odd Parents. The guy Butch Hartman, the one that made Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom, Tough Puppy, and then this other one. I forgot what it was called, but it was like, it looked like the Poppy Playtime show, but before that existed. I don't remember. It's something. I'll see. I'll leave the link to Butch Hartman's all of his animations down below if I do in a Wikipedia fan base or whatever, a wiki fandom. I don't know. It kind of looked like that, but with Total Drama Island style of animation a little bit. The one I was saying earlier, that was kind of based off that really huge Canadian cartoon that got super big all over here, United States, Canada, and the rest of the world probably. Oh, man. And a little bit of Amazing World of Gumball sort of animation too, so it's very Americanized and Canadianized and French a little bit. Artwork style, so I don't know. They already did two things I'm extremely super nervous as fuck about, and I swear to God, not trying to be a bigot, not trying to be a racist or racist or any of that shit, or an a-hole or freaking ignorant or arrogant, not trying to shit on fucking minorities like Asian or Hispanic Latinos like my race ethnicities or black people or any of that shit, but oh man. They already kind of race swapped and gender swapped a few characters already. I seen on there. They did it with the Mr. Freeze one. It's still a white person, but it's a white girl instead. I guess it's gonna be Mrs. Freeze. And they put a freaking, even though they made her super smart, intellectual, like Australian, British, black girl, whatever. But like, I don't know. She's gonna end up being fucking loudmouth and fucking rude and disrespectful and all that shit. And she's gonna like try to shit and crap and cocky and fucking verbally shit all over Batman, having like white guilt, white this, oh, white people did this, white people did that, like I should be the black female Batman or something. I hope that'll make her fucking say stupid ass goddamn fucking pathetic. Has nothing to do at all with the Batman franchise series at all universe. I hope they don't fucking do that, man. Ugh, God fucking damn it, dude. Why? And then the last two final things I'll say is this. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to waste my time watching this animation series. I'll give it a shot, but if it screws over the first 3 episodes, I don't know if it's going to be 8 or 10 episodes or at the maximum 12 or the super huge maximum 22 or 25 episodes I could see it getting, or it ends up being really bad and shitty like that whole Scooby-Doo remake, remaster they tried to do that was focused around like the Indian, Arabic, Middle Eastern, West Indian chick, Velma. If it ends up being bad dog shit like that, I'm not going to watch this shit at all, period. I'm not wasting any of my life on this shit. If it ends up being that fucking disgusting, vomit-inducing trash, politicized, fucking hell on earth garbage, fucking dumpster fire like that, oh no, I'm not wasting any time on this bitch at all. if it ends up being bad like that series was. No fucking way. No sirree freaking Bob to the max. If this stinks that I happens that badly, screw this fucking animation. If it ends up being that bad. But if it ends up being like the remake or master how they did with Samurai Jack, and then that other one, Aaron Taranowski or Aronofsky, I forgot what it was called. They made like the Jurassic Park cartoons, and this other one that was kind of like based off Godzilla a little bit, ends up being super good like that, then I'll give it a chance. So it's kind of up in the air with me right now. I'm not really sure how good or how bad, how much of a flop this is going to be, or how super successful this shit ends up being. Fingers crossed, ends up being good. It looks like it's going to be more wacky and comedic. It's not going to take itself too seriously. But at the same time, I don't want it to be super ultra cringe where every joke is funny and everything. You just got to force yourself to laugh at the bad fucking shithole internet troll humor. I don't know. Reddit, 4chan, social media, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Snapchat, DeviantArt, and other places. I don't know if they're even still around anymore or not. Like fucking Tumblr, Snapchat, I don't know what else used to be out there. Not Chat Roulette, but the other one. Yeah, Chat Roulette. Before the other one got shut down on Omegle. It ends up being a lot of like troll, meme, wiki fandom culture, and I don't know, old school 2chan and super old school fucking, reset era shit and all that stuff. Shit posting stuff. Forums, messaging sites and stuff like that. Do they even exist out there anymore? I don't even know. Archives, internet archives, fucking humor like that, or college humor shit. It ends up being too much of that. It's gonna turn me off to the fucking show. And hopefully the action fighting scenes are cool, but if not, that's the only thing they can't save in the driving chase scenes. They can't save that. I'm already saying right now it's gonna be horseshit. But we'll see. So let's get on to the internet drama news and current event news articles. I'll see you guys in super quick ass millisecond. Hold on. Okay, so at least 2.5 little bits of news is gonna be good. The other one's gonna be, the last three are gonna be kind of negative, and the final little bits of news, I don't know if you should call it funny, hilarious, karma. Karma's a bitch and karma's a payback bitch, and you should watch out how you fucking like talk about her for celebrity good news. But oh man, oh my fucking god, dude. Whew. It's funny, he hasn't been relevant since like his wife ended up being on like August, September when the show started, because I don't really follow reality TV show or TV competition shows anymore. Most of them are fucking scripted and fake most of the time anyways. Old Dance with the Stars shows. It's funny because like 2 days later after she got kicked off, or 3 days later, like the dude got into a freaking crazy ass, let's just call it bad freaking series of unfortunate events. I'm going to save that for the end though. I'll leave links to all the duration parts where I start talking about these little bits and pieces of news, or if you just want to watch the whole thing, stay tuned. If you're done with the reaction part and you just wanted to see me for that, you guys can leave now. Anyways, I know I said I wasn't going to do it with the Buffy the Vampire Slayer chick versus old school Wesley Snipes character, Blade. And it's funny, I didn't even know what his real like Marvel name was. I think it was like Dimitri or Timothy something. I don't know. I think David Timothy something. But anyways, yeah, it's funny because the one that won, spoilers, because I watched it on this VTuber chick I watch occasionally, ended up being Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She won. And she looks kind of like a mix of the girl that plays like the live action version for Fallout 76, that show from Amazon Prime. She kind of looks like that girl. I forgot her fucking name. I don't know if it's Ashley or something, Sarah Paulson or Ashley Paulson. I don't remember her name. I know her last name is supposed to be Paulson though. And then she kind of looks like that, and this other girl I used to watch a bunch of, talk about a lot of video game industry news, Alana Pierce a little bit. It's funny. It looks a lot like the chick. It was the first time they did a live action one too. It wasn't an animation style or anime style or Americanized anime or French anime or Canadian anime. It was just live action. It was pretty wild, like how Bat in the Sun used to do back in the day, or RDC The World 1 used to do. I didn't even know if that dude's even around anymore. He was a funny ass fool, man. Anyways, it reminds me of this other dude I used to do a lot of just other black dudes to watch. Unfortunately, passed away in 2019. If you've been in my channel long enough, you know what I'm talking about, man. But anyways, Dante versus Clive Rossfield. This is the last ones I showed. I was real surprised about this too. Yep, Dante versus Clive Rossfield, Devil May Cry character versus Final Fantasy 16. I thought it was 15, but 16 character. Devil's Dominant fight statuses. It says spoilers from Death Battle Match Shot, so I gotta credit to this dude here. US roster. I might actually do a reaction to this one because I did play maybe like 3 of the games. Actually, no, 2 of the games for Devil May Cry. I don't think I ever played part 3 or 4. Never got a chance to play part 5 either, so that's the one I really wanted to play now. So that was like, what, 2014, 2017, 18-ish? Mid-late 2010s? Ah, dude, man. I still want to play that one of these days on my PS4 Pro. But other than that, I don't know who's going to win on this one. It could be Dante. I know a little bit more about him than I do with the other one. You already know if you've been on this channel for a very, very long time. Even my 2 older backup channels I used to do a lot more video commentary for. You know, I'm not like a huge hardcore fanboy. I never have been, even in the mid-late 90s, early 2000s. When Square Enix had it at its peak, Final Fantasy 7 and 8. That JRPG game, it just never resonated with me for some reason. It was always real hard for me to get into it. I wanted to like it, but it's just, I never got into it. Even with the 2 super hot ass fucking girls that were in there, like Tifa Lockhart and Eric Gainsbourg, just in Yuffie. I couldn't get into the game for some reason. It never appealed to me. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of hardcore Final Fantasy people that were millennials, or if you were Gen Z playing the PS4, PS5 version of those games, or if you had an older brother, older sister, or older cousins that were millennials like me, you know how some of them probably were freaking fanboys to the fucking goddamn maximum of that franchise. For me, I know a couple of my cousins liked it. It bored the fuck out of me, dude. It still does to this day, unfortunately. The only 2 times I liked Final Fantasy for actually super close to getting the game was like, I think Final Fantasy 12 or 13, and then that Norse mythology like freaking Viking version of Final Fantasy, and that was it. And that was in what, 2021 or 2022, a while ago, like 4.5 years ago. So yeah, there's that. Just in case you guys didn't know. And a little bit of news here. I haven't talked about video game industry news about Star Wars stuff in a long time, but these are the same ones that made the movie/video game. It was kind of like a movie and a video game at the same time from the early 2010s. It was like 2009 to 2010. From that Heavy Rain movie, Heavy Rain like PS3 game that came out a while ago, and then the other one that had that chick that unfortunately she ended up being transgender. And the other dude, I remember Willem Dafoe was in there, but I forgot what the girl's name was. If any of you guys ever saw those old school movies that had Leonardo DiCaprio in it, and that movie Inception and the movie Juno, and her name used to be Ellen Page, and then she switched to, like, unfortunately, Elliot Page. Oh god, I'm not even gonna get into all that because it's gonna lead straight to politics, and I will rant for hours and hours nonstop how much I fucking have absolute disagreement with that crap. But whatever, let's calm the fuck down, relax. I'm trying to talk about religion and politics, but whatever. And that's sad too. My personal opinion, even I did a video on it years and years ago. And she wasn't the most beautiful, hottest, sexiest, most prettiest, most finest hot piece of ass ever when she was a girl. I mean, she was cute and adorable, but she wasn't extremely ultra pretty or mega beautiful, mega gorgeous. She was cute. But she messed up big time doing that, man. She really did, in my opinion. I mean, I never had the hugest crush on her when she was a girl before she turned herself into a man. But man, it's sad as fuck what happened there, man. My jaw dropped to the floor when I found out when she did that, man. Oh, man. But anyways, yeah, they're the ones that made that one thing when they're like, I think her brother was named Aiden. I think it was called Two Souls or Something Souls. Not Dark Souls or Lost Souls. Something Souls. Beyond Two Souls, and then that's what it was called. That's the only 2 things I remember Quantum Dream making. So this is Quantum Dream Strange Pivot, Why Spellcasters and Chronicles is a Risky Detour. So I gotta credit is due to this person here. I don't know if it's person here or not. Warlord. It doesn't have his real name, but username. I'm not gonna read the whole entire news article, but it is from Newfeed, so I gotta credit to them. These are questions about Quantum Dream's new live-action service project to continue the Star Wars Eclipse. So they were making that one. The Star Wars Eclipse game. I haven't talked nothing Star Wars related in this channel since... Besides the side news that I do at the end of my reactions, I'm not sure. Like 2016 or 17, I don't know. Quantum Dream has once again stepped into the spotlight, but for no reason nobody saw coming. People have been waiting for years for hear more about Star Wars Eclipse, which they are currently working on. At the same time, they are also releasing something completely different and goes under the name Spellcasters Chronicles. Now, before anyone thinks this is just another rant, let's make one thing clear. This new game doesn't look bad. In fact, it looks better than a lot of old similar games, ones in its genre. Maybe even more interesting, the 60 or 70% of them, but that's not the same thing as it's exciting or original, and it's definitely not something that screams Quantum Dream. Yeah, it looks a little bit different. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Almost looks like the ones that made, like, not Stranger Things, like that freaking thing, like Life is Strange franchise. I don't know. I thought that was Square Enix that made Life is Strange, but I think it might have been Quantum Dream. Anyways, into the description box down below that. Now, I'm not going to get too deep into this shit because, my God, dude. This is where the shit gets super crazy, man. Huh. Hold on. There was a whole thing on this. I'm not going to get into politics in it, but it's kind of a little bit more conspiracy theory, UFO, UAP news about it. There was the whole news article there. I'm not going to get too deep into it. I know it's on a politicized website. Not going to go too deep into it. I will say this, though. It still did intrigue a little bit the hell out of me. Even though I don't believe in aliens or extraterrestrials and all that shit, I think most of them are just a lot of demonic entities and entities that work for the devil and Antichrist and Lucifer and Satan and the Baphomet and all that stuff, in my opinion. I mean, I used to believe hardcore as a 90s kid, 2000s teenager, big time about aliens and planets and galaxies and universes until, fortunately, I found out a lot of the world out there, and the planets and universes and multi-dimensional places, they're not real. A lot of it's just fake bullshit lies from NASA, unfortunately. I'm not going to get into that. If you want to believe in galaxies and planets and universes and all that shit, you're more than welcome to believe that. I'm not going to fucking say you're a freaking brainwashed idiot sheep that needs to wake up. And I kind of are, but whatever. You have the right to believe whatever the hell you want to believe. But for me personally, when I found a lot of that stuff wasn't real, it was just fiction the whole time, it did shatter the hell out of my freaking soul big time, but for about a month or two, I got over it. This is Congressman Tim Burch is in an interview with Tucker Carlson. He said he's heard reports from the military about UFOs, UAPs, sightings deep underwater ocean areas. There was another one on this too, but it was another dude that discovered it first. And I gotta get credit to another YouTuber. I think her name's like Covered Culture Covered. I think it's called. Yeah, that's what it was. I gotta credit to most of them. Culture Covered. This Black Navy whistleblower exposes what Pentagon's hiding underneath the ocean. So there's that. So I add credit to them. That's the first one I heard it from. So that's a different news story from somewhere else. But that's crazy. If they're flying underneath the ocean and all that stuff, my personal opinion, it either comes from that scary LCD, LHR, Large Hadron Collider, or LHC. That's Project CERN, in my opinion. That's a lot of these interdimensional beings are messing with humanity's technology and all that shit and screwing it up, and they're letting all these whatever demonic entity portal things go in and out of this planet Earth, in and out all the time. I'm not trying to be a pancake waffle Earth theory person, but oh man, it always makes you wonder why they don't let normal people ever travel past anything further down Antarctica. It's creepy shit, it really is. I'm not even gonna get into that theory because that's a whole other separate video. Something else. I even saw a VTuber chick do a reaction video a month ago about this other big time YouTuber. This guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but he's real big, like how Do Someone or a Gamer and Penguin Zero AK Charlie White is. It's actually one of Mudahar's buddies too. I'm not gonna say who his name is, but he's got like 15-20 million subscribers. He's very well known. He's way younger than me. I think he's like 27 or 28, 26. I don't know. But he did a whole video on that, and that shit he reacted to his video too. And I never even knew this, but there's like a fresh lake ocean around this area of Antarctica, which is so weird. I never knew that in my life. And then there was these weird ass Aztec Mayan looking pyramid things on there too. That scared the fuck out of me in there. I never knew that in my whole entire life until last week when I saw the video. Anyways, yeah, there's a whole theory rabbit hole. We could jump into that. And I, once again, try not to get deep into politics. I just want to put my pinky toe into it. So it says, it's from the Independent, but it's from Yahoo News 2, Canada. So it says, Mr. Gavin Newsom compares Joe Rogan to the Orange Fool, Mr. Trump, in the latest, blah, blah, on a podcast where acts to appear on the shows comes from Joe Solomore. And the only original news I'm going to say is this. I think it's mainly had to do more with Joe Rogan. I'm just going to read this part. I'm not going to read too deep into it, but he said, oh man. He said, Mr. Joe Rogan explicitly endorsed Donald Trump in the 2024 election, even though he had previously criticized some of the actions during his first term. Disillusionment. Mr. Rogan's recording recent comments, particularly in the militarized deportation campaign, point towards growing sense of delusionment rather than any complete reversal of his other political views. Yada yada. Long story short, I think he just disagreed with him. Like it has another little paragraph there. I'm not gonna read. Oh, they're ripping families apart here and there and like that. But man, I'm not gonna get too deep in it because I don't want to get too parasocial relationship with you guys. But I do know for a fucking goddamn fact that it sucks ass too. You know, my old man side, most of them are like Cuban and Puerto Rican, American or born and raised, most of them in the United States, but a lot of them look like me. And I gotta worry about fucking ICE freaking taken away from them and going to another foreign place that they've never even like were born and raised and visited at. Unfortunately. It's sad stuff, but it's unfortunate. Yeah, sorry I had to pause the video there. I just ended up having to order for my freaking pizza thing. I ordered my freaking DoorDash thing, so totally forgot that was a thing. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, I want to just dip my pinky toe into this. I want to get deep into politics, religion, ideology, bullcrap, etc., fucking etc. Anyways, so with this one, I don't know if I was reading on this one or the other one. I'm just going to read one more paragraph and then I'll get to the final bit of celebrity, not celebrity gossip news, but celebrity current events news from 4 or 5 days ago. By the time you guys see it, it's like over a week ago. So this is compared to the dozy president, Mr. Orange Man suggests they, quote, chickened out. I remember reading that part of inviting him onto his popular show, Spotify. I'm sorry if my voice is a little raspy too. That's why I'm talking a little bit more quieter and calmer now, because I already ate half of that pizza already. So you really see me 3 hours after I was done doing that reaction video. So yeah, I'm sorry if I'm a little bit hazy right now. I still got like 2.5 hours before I start work, so there's that. Says I'm writing in once again. It's called Trumpy in all caps via his official office on X account, aka Twitter, it used to be called. It says, of course, the governor, Mr. Newsom, told Joe Rogan, quote, Joe Rogan is a snack-sized podcaster. Oof. Can't stop talking about me. Obsessive, crushed, no thank you. But is too scared to have me on and let his audience hear the truth. Bullshit. All these people are fucking liars and deceptionists. Folks, I don't believe a goddamn fucking any single one of these freaking political fucking puppets. Both sides of bullshit. Not real anyways. It's a fictional fantasy, like watching a Broadway theater, political theater. It's literally like a bad anime fan fiction. That's how I see fake politic fools. That's what. Just like the dozy Don, he often quote chickens. I've never had any problems with the guy and wish the mini host the best of his life. I'll come on and we'll help save the show and its plummeting ratings. Ooh, GCN says. Yeah, he's kind of talking the same way Trump's doing. But, and again, I know that some fools are like fools in conspiracy theory stuff and resistance community. Some of them believe the living crap out of every single word that comes out of Joe Rogan's mouth. And I did hear a couple of years ago he was kind of a bought and paid for FBI, CIA, NSA shill, whatever, paid by way higher government entities and other entities around the world. And that's why he gets so much money and so much clout and so much freaking material wealth and money, like a motherfucker in his shit. So I'm not surprised. I don't believe the guy's everything he says is Bible, biblical, freaking arbiter of true shit either. Because he still believes in the whole left, right, Democrat, Republican system. So, my personal opinion, I don't know what to do personally. I'm not trying to shit on his reputation or anything. Because I know he's not an UFC fighter. I know this is never going to happen, never in a billion years. But if the dude ended up fighting me, I would get my ass knocked out on the floor immediately. My shit will be gone. I'd probably be unalived. The first punch he throws at me to my face will be gone. I'll be sent to an early grave. So I'm not trying to piss that dude off. I'm trying to be extremely respectable to the man, Joe Rogan. Because, I mean, I grew up watching him as the host for Fear Factor. So I have nostalgia vibe with the dude. You know, I don't know him IRL. I'm just saying. I highly doubt I ever watched this video, Jerome, but man, some of your stuff is real super cool. Other stuff I can't disagree with, but in a nice, polite way. Dude, man. I really hope he was on the bottom page show for the FBI, CIA, NSA, and other government entities around the world. Because if he was, I'd be soul crushing to know that was not just conspiracy. It's be worse, like what happened to A.J. Jones. And politics, I don't care about any senator, governor, mayor. A lot of them are just freaking bought and paid for by higher up, small hat people, in my opinion, that run the world and country and the whole nations everywhere else around the planet. So I don't really care what he says. It is what it is. As far as the other thing goes, like I said before, I said again, I had a couple cousins in California and freaking Ohio and Florida. They got to worry every day about ICE trying to deport to a country they weren't even fucking born in. It's just sad as hell. Like, God forbid if that happens. And then the last little bit of news. I'm surprised this fool came back. I said before in the beginning, I was hinting to you guys who I was talking about earlier. It says, Alec Baldwin is blamed for garbage truck the size of a whale for crashing his wife's car. It's from news.com Australia, so I got credit's due. Antoinette Bueno from page 6 says, actor Alec Baldwin has given a bizarre explanation of crashing into his wife, Hilaria Baldwin's luxury Range Rover car, into a tree into the Hamptons. And there's a video that if you want to see it, even though it's going to be like a week old by the time you guys see this. Most of you guys probably heard of it, unless it lived under a rock. And like I said, karma's a bitch. You gotta be careful how you treat her, man. You gotta be extremely careful how you talk bad about her. And after the whole thing happened like 4 or 5 years ago, and the whole set when he was gonna release that movie Russ, and then he accidentally unalived and took someone's life away completely to that girl, Elena Hutchins, and all that. Like, his life has just been getting shittier and shittier. Even with all the money and power and wealth, materialism, and clout he had in Hollywood, and he still might have in Hollywood, I don't know. I don't know, he just always seemed like a spoiled brat. I never really gave a shit about Alan Baldwin. A lot of those movies just bored the hell out of me, especially that 2000s, early 2010 show he was part of with Tracy Morgan and then the other chick, Tina Fey. Just the Third Rock from the Sun show, it was not funny at all. Stupid as freaking diarrhea, shit, vomit, inducing dog crap, all animal crap. So it says, yada yada. Alan Baldwin assured his fans he was fine following the car crash in the Hamptons on Monday. Mr. Baldwin explained on an Instagram video on Tuesday he was, quote, he was with his brother Stefan and he crashed into his wife Hilaria's white Range Rover into a tree. As per photos obtained by Page Six, Alec Baldwin set in a huge garbage to cut him off and swerved as he did, and he did swerve to avoid hitting it out. He says, quote, brother Stefan was visiting me and we spent the weekend out for the Films Festival, he said, referring to the Hamptons International Film Festival. I never knew they had a film festival there in the Hamptons, but then again, that's like the $1 billion, $1 trillion area where all the super rich ass freaking actors, celebrity actresses, music artists, comedians, etc., politicians, all that shit. Just like I used to live in Beverly Hills in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and Cali and all that. And the Calabasas and all those other super ultra rich places in certain parts of the country. It's only super rich, wealthy fools that are allowed to live there anyway, so I'm not surprised that they have their film festival there too. And it says, I'm not going to read the whole thing, I'll read the last two. You guys can read the last two parts of it. It says, this morning he was in a car accident, aka late last week, Friday, Saturday, I think, or early this past Sunday. The guy cut me off, continued his garbage truck the size of a whale. I think it was over exaggerating there. Whales are 1 billion times bigger than garbage trucks, even though I never seen one personally myself, but I've seen enough YouTube videos and documentaries on National Geographic, or even that really funny African-American funny ass dude from New Jersey, Casual Geographic videos. Those things are ginormously 10 times bigger than garbage trucks, in my opinion. Their size of planes are bigger than planes, I don't know. Yada yada. It was the biggest garbage truck he'd ever seen. To avoid him hitting him, he hit a tree. He hit a fat tree and crushed his wife's car. He expressed regret, damaging Hilarious vehicle. Yeah, I don't really care. This dude, he fucked up his reputation after he did Ross. He even fucked it up more, especially for fools. In 2016-17, the whole politics started getting worse and worse and worse, and a lot of pop culture, like old school TV stuff, when they started getting all politicized with movies and music and video games and comics and anime, so a certain extent anime, and like comedy shit and influencer stuff started going super mass, wokeism, politicized stuff. He's one of the main reasons it fucking got like that, unfortunately. So, I don't give a fuck about that dude. Go fuck himself. I don't really give a shit. The dude would have passed away or not, I still wouldn't have cared anyways. It wouldn't matter to me at all. The guy's fucking foul ass. He's one of those super nasty ass narcissism, nihilist motherfuckers. I don't care how much shit he talked about Trump either. I don't care about the left-right paradigm. It's just, he seems like a real nasty ass, disgusting ass attitude. I would hate to be around a dude like that. Work for a guy like that. Like, God, no. I don't be a nightmare on earth. I don't care how rich the dude was, how much money he would pay me. It wouldn't be worth it. I don't care if it was $1 billion or $1 trillion. It still wouldn't be enough to have attitude motherfuckers like that thinking their shit doesn't stink and they're better than everyone else. Fuck that, dude. I don't care. It is what it is. Anyways, there's links to spots down below, tired on the side, and that's it. I wanted this video to be at least 25-30 minutes long, so it's way longer than I thought, but anyways, that's all I was ever on there. Wipe my hands clean with this reaction, that's it. Stay tuned for your content channel because they give me the issues, A1 news, LGBT drama news, stuff from Sportskeeda, Dexter, that Park Place, or stuff that's drama news on TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat. Once in a while, even our super rare retro drama and other stuff out there. And stay tuned for future content, even rant commentary news, and once in a while, Elon Musk news, once super rant news. And stay tuned for more stuff like either indie reaction review segments, indie cartoons, reaction segments, video game commentary news, video game trailer news, and of course, either live action or animation, and live action cartoon news, or cartoon animation reaction segments like this one, the one we just saw now. Peace out, my sauerkraut. Let's goodbye. Stay on the flip side. Take it easy. Stay extra, stay cautious. Be in the easy. Be in the grind. Be easy. Be do to yourself. Keep it calm, cool, chill, collective. Stay on the grind. Stay easy. Stay safe, healthy. And peace out. Let's goodbye. I'm out like sauerkraut. Stay extra, stay cautious. Goodbye and on them out. And yeah, stay extra safe and stay extra vigilant out there. And as always, stay away from big tech, big government, big pharmacy. Don't get any jabs in the arm. Don't get any of the freaking hydrogel nanobots. Don't take anything poison bullcrap Big Pharma tries to give you guys. I'm just saying. Stay extra vigilant. Be watching the wall, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy. Stay extra safe. I'm going out. Goodbye. See you in the next one. Future video commentary, speculations. I'll talk to you guys in the future. Right? Take it easy. I'm out. Later. See you soon.